大家好，我是 Tim，我学习中国已经一一个一个月，我觉得学习中文很简单，因为我喜欢汉语和中国文化，也是我觉得中文简单是因为我有充分的时间来学习它。但是如果我没有足够的时间，它可能就会比较难。为了是更快、更容易的学习中文，我必须看很多电影，读写很多汉语。然而我还必须有本土中国人交流，来感受语言的习惯用法。我和中国朋友在 QQ 和 Skype 上聊天，有时我们通过语音聊天，但是大部分我们通过打字。这会帮助我怎样用中国区的和谐。当我们通过语言聊天，我能了解听力和理解。当我看中国的电影，它是像语言和大家聊天。但是我会专心于理解和听力。有时我会用英语的字幕，但是我大部分会用换的字幕，去帮助我学习更多单词和理解。嗯。我世界学习在绘画园这种课中，所以我必须知道怎样去说一些嗯关于我感兴趣的话题。That's all. It's me speaking in Chinese. This is my progress after 1 month. I think that, practicing every day for 15 hours a day, dedicating my time to learning this language, I can't speak Chinese fluently, but I feel that with enough, practice and immersion into the language, anyone can learn anything. If you put your mind to it, it's mainly about programming your mind to take on the language subconsciously and consciously, and being able to it's absorbing the energy, which is the language, absorbing that energy, that means of communication, and being able to express that, being able to take what you've been programmed with and express that through your own means of your individual self, as expressing yourself. I think learning languages are very important, and honestly, you can never know too much. You can never master something. Even a master knows that there are still some things that he needs to work on. So, if anyone thinks that they can master a language, I think it's not possible to master something. I think it's possible to be highly educated and highly and have a high performance rate at something, but there's always room for mistakes. There's always room for building on those mistakes to correct certain things, certain aspects. As far as learning languages, my experience with them has allowed me to open my mind, because by speaking with native speakers and by learning the culture, learning the actual reality of different people's lives, it opens your perception and your perspective about different people's lives, and knowing that life isn't about one specific thing that was given to us by birth. There's so many people out there, there's so many ways of life, and that's what inspires me to learn a language. So um, I'm I'm actually in the process of creating some things. I'm not going to mention them right now, but in the process of creating some things actually for native speakers of other languages who are learning English as a second language. I'm putting together a program for that. But in my next video, I want to talk about how to learn language, my actual way of going about, you know, programming the mind to this language. Not even programming the mind, because it's, for me, learning language is something that you have to live. You have to eat, drink, sleep that target language in order to learn it quickly. Like I said, I've only been learning Chinese for like a month and 2 days, 3 days, and you can see my progress as far as learning some things to say. Um, I I know a lot more than what I'm putting on YouTube, but what I'm putting on YouTube is for me to see where I can improve. And I know Chinese is a very tonal language, and as far as learning a language, my focus on what I focus on more is actually just trying to speak, trying to communicate, um, saying what I can say, from the beginning. Because if you don't speak that language from the beginning, you're never going to speak that, after you learn it. Another thing about me in learning languages is that I studied Spanish for 8 years in school. That was all through middle school and high school. 8 years of Spanish, and I can only understand a little bit. I can't speak it, and that's also partial to the way I was taught. There wasn't, most of my teachers were not native speakers of Spanish, so that was another influence. And I just learned that I can learn more if I teach myself than in a classroom setting. I'm not against classroom settings, but I do have experience with learning languages, teaching myself languages, and that's about it for this video. I'll be making a video shortly about my way of learning a language. Gonna do a little bit of editing and all that. I hope to bring something to you guys that you've never seen as far as learning languages, because my videos are in particular are about energy and the life force energy within inside of you. It's about yourself, Mother Nature, and different things like that. So of course that's gonna be along the lines of how I learn languages. So, with that being said,谢谢你. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it, and I will bring more content to you about learning languages. See ya.